Boosh! What's up guys, it's Ben back again with another video. Today we are going to be reviewing the new iPhone 15 Pro Max. And I'm going to let you guys know after a couple months of use whether it's worth the upgrade or if you guys should just pass and wait for the next iPhone. If you guys are new to the channel, hi, my name is Ben. I make videos and vlogs about photography, and I guess I'm reviewing tech now too, so that's cool. If that's something you're interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you guys can keep track with all the videos that I put out. So let's get into it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the unboxing portion of this video. Let's get into some of the specs of the phone first before I give you guys my honest opinion. Now, of course, I'm not going to go over every single spec of this phone, but I do want to show you, one, what the phone is like from a photographer's perspective, and two, how the phone has been so far after a couple of months of use. The iPhone 15 Pro Max being the best out of Apple's current lineup, it shouldn't surprise you that Apple put the best that they have to offer in the phone, including the triple camera design, which always looks like Zurg's hand cannon from Toy Story, as well as the A17 Pro chip that Apple announced along with the phones. According to Apple's testing, this is the most powerful iPhone yet, which makes sense because they wouldn't release something that's not better, right? And of course, the biggest highlight of the evening was that the phone is made out of titanium. As we found out from JerryRigEverything's melting video, the phone is definitely made out of titanium and aluminum. I got the blue one. All of the colors are pretty cool. I just prefer the blue. Also, a side note, I immediately put a case on this phone. After watching the durability test from JerryRigEverything, I didn't want to take any chances, so I am definitely not part of the no case squad. The Pro models come with the action button, which I'm going to be completely honest with you, I was not a big fan of before I picked up the phone, due to the fact that the mute switch on the iPhone was one of the main reasons why I went back to Apple after my small stint with Samsung. But the customizability of the action button is pretty cool. I like the fact that I can pull up the camera using the action button, as well as use the action button as the shutter button while I'm taking pictures. I actually still have the action button set to mute my phone, but knowing that the option is there is still pretty cool. One thing I've noticed about the action button is while the phone is in my pocket, it will still get pressed and either mute or unmute my phone. Now, I know Apple came out with software regarding this issue. It's supposed to sense when the phone is in your pocket so that it makes the button inactive, but unfortunately that feature isn't working for me, and I'm hoping that they fix it in an update soon. Now for the cameras. The iPhone 15 Pro Max is rocking a 48 megapixel main sensor, as well as having the option to pick a new default focal length. The way that this happens is that the camera utilizes the new sensor to create the experience of having 3 separate lenses, with the choice of 24, 28, and 35 millimeter, and then having the wide angle lens as a 13 millimeter. Also, something that I liked that Apple talked about during the keynote was the new 5x optical zoom, creating a 120 millimeter lens within the camera. Now, to put that into perspective, hold on one second. Okay, so this is a 70-300, and this is about 120 millimeters on the 70-300 lens. Apple claimed during their keynote that they were able to put this lens into this camera with the use of prism technology. Now, prism technology is basically just bouncing light in a whole bunch of different directions, mixed with some sciencey stuff, and then boom, you now have a 120 millimeter lens within the camera of the new iPhone 15. I also picked up the newest AirPods Pros, which also came with a USB Type-C charging case. It also can be charged wirelessly with the regular wireless charger, or you can use your Apple Watch charger to charge on the back of the case, which is pretty cool. Just more integration into the Apple ecosystem so you can't leave. I also put a case on these too. So as for my personal experience with the new iPhone 15 Pro Max, the reason I upgraded was because I was 3 generations behind. I had an iPhone 12 Pro Max, and I really didn't need to upgrade if I didn't want to. The phone was working perfectly fine. But I don't like being too far behind in generations with technology because I'm a nerd. So I decided to take a look at my options. So one of the main reasons why I upgraded was because my cell phone company was offering a really good deal and I happen to have qualified for the most amount off on the newest phone for an upgrade. It brought the price down almost to like 300 bucks, I think. So it was a no-brainer for me. Now, as for battery life, I haven't killed this phone yet. I can get about 2 days of battery life on a single charge on this phone. And the lowest I've ever gotten this phone was about 8%. And I was like, oh man, I should probably go charge it. Now, as for overheating on the phone, I haven't had it overheat on me. It did get pretty hot when I first did the initial setup on it, but I haven't had any heating issues. I think that we're past that with all of the updates that have come. And from a photographer's perspective, this is way cheaper than buying the newest flagship from Canon, the Canon R3, which has a 24.1 megapixel sensor, and the body of the camera goes for around $5,000. Or the Canon R5, which comes to about the same amount of megapixels as the phone, but is $3,400 instead of the $1,600 that you would pay for the newest phone. Although, to be completely transparent, I would not use an iPhone for a wedding shoot. I can just imagine now walking into a wedding shoot with your phone and the bride and groom looking at you going, why did we pay you all of this money if you're just gonna be taking pictures with the same thing that almost every guest has in their pockets? And then they look at you and go, you're fired. Although I would be interested in knowing if you guys want to see a comparison between the iPhone 15 Pro Max and the Canon R6 Mark II. Let me know in the comments. But the photos that come out of the iPhone, as long as you know how to properly use the settings, can come out professional quality without having to carry around the big camera with you. So, do I think that you should upgrade to the newest iPhone? Well, there's two answers to that question. If you're coming from an iPhone 12 and back, I would say yes, go for it. The battery life alone is a great reason to upgrade. Not to mention the camera as well as the speed of the phone is beneficial in the long run. But I would say if you're rocking the iPhone 13 or 14, I don't think it's necessary to upgrade. But if you're like me and you always want to have the newest generation, I'd say go for it. But I'm gonna leave the decision up to you. Do you want to upgrade? Have you guys already upgraded but had a different experience than me? Please let me know in the comments. I'd love to know about it, and I'm sure other people would like to know about it too. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys like this video, go ahead, give it a like. If you guys really like this video, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. And if you guys want to know how to support the channel, the merch link is in the description. Use discount code BOOSH10 for 10% off at checkout. Let me know in the comments, are you guys still using iPhones? Did you upgrade? Are you a Samsung person? Do you guys use something else? Let me know. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay classy. Bye. Interested? Interested. Interested? 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 Pique your interest to this phone. Like that. You imagine walking around with a lens like this on your phone, like, here, take a picture, hold on, I have a phone call that I have to make. Stupid. Okay, anyway, back to trying to figure this out.